Happy blissful day, guys. Happy blissful day. I want to invite you to join me for another walk today. As you can see, it's a little bit misty today, so you can't see the ocean, and you can see bits of it, but nonetheless it's a beautiful, blissful day, because beauty, bliss, warmth, and all the good things is actually within you. You know what I mean? It's not outside of you, it's within you. And when you accept that it's within you, and then it reflects without you, because the outside world is simply a reflection of the inner world. And as you can see, those two, you see, that's for the king and for the queen, or rather it's for you, the human experience, and you, the godly experience. As you can see there, you're never alone. You're never alone. Sometimes you feel alone, but you're never alone. Just know that if it feels a little bit, challenging, tough, know that your spiritual self is always with you. Whether you want to call that power God, source, universe, that power is always within you. Now that power is within you, and it's around you. And unfortunately, most people don't make use of that power, because they try to manifest on their own, and they get frustrated, they get anxious, and that's why I asked you guys yesterday, if you knew, like, for a fact that that power exists, would you actually spend 5 minutes a day with it? Right? Let me tell you something. That power definitely exists, and I'm glad that I actually make time to spend quality time with that power, because I am that power. Hence why, hence the saying, we are spiritual beings having a human experience. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. You see, the spirit within you is actually who you really are. Now, the body is only a vehicle. I want you to think about your car. Think about your car. You know for a fact that you are not your car, right? You're not your car. You're the driver of your car, right? Now, similarly, you also not your body, and you're also not your thoughts, and you're also not your feelings. You are the power that is animating your thoughts, and your feelings. So I want to tell you a quick, a very inspiring story. As you can see, that guy is blind. His name is Kenny, right? He's one of my friends. So he told me a very interesting story, and he said, you know what, Gabriel? Every day I go to this tree and I actually water it. And he told me that he's actually given this tree the name Blessing. Now, the interesting thing is, he told me that whenever he goes to that tree and waters it, someone comes and blesses him, with a big donation, because he actually plays the saxophone, and he's very, very, very good and talented. And he said whenever he goes to that tree and he waters it, someone comes and bless him. Isn't that freaking amazing? Because whatever you give, you get. So that's interesting. Whatever you give, you get. So yeah, I just wanted to quickly share with you, so that you don't have to do this on your own. You don't have to do it on your own. You don't you can do it on your own, but it's like asking your car to drive itself. You know what I mean? Well, your car probably would be able to, but at some point it won't have the full benefit of actually going to that desired destination. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about AI, and these self-driving cars. I'm just talking about your car. Let's I don't want you to think about the Teslas and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So, but the point that I want to make is that you're not alone on this, journey. This journey could be one of wealth, abundance, freedom, and success for you. And I know that, of course, we were all conditioned and programmed to believe the exact opposite. But that's why, I'm here to remind you that you are more than that. You are more than your limitations. You're more than your conditions. And you could literally, have, whatever you want. So now, I'm asking you now, what do you think is stopping you from actually living the life of your desires? What is stopping you? Let me know. Let me know what is stopping you from living the life of your desires. What is stopping you? Let me know in the comments below. Because I want to tell you an awesome success story. Because I had a client that actually he just booked one session with us. And so I asked him, and first he said, listen here, Gabriel, I actually want to manifest an X amount. I want to manifest you wanted to manifest an amount, a certain amount of money. And but he just could not do that for many years, and he couldn't understand why some people were able to actually manifest, but it was actually a little bit challenging for him. So then I asked him, okay, now tell me, what do you think is stopping you? What do you think is actually stopping you from manifesting that amount? What is stopping? And obviously he gave me his story, and it was this, and it was that, and it was that. We all have stories, you know what I mean? I mean, my story was, well, I grew up poor, I grew up in scarcity, I grew up with a single mother, and I just, didn't feel worthy, and I had all these, excuses and the stories that I always told myself, when it comes to just living the life of my desire. And we all have stories, right? And this story is obviously valid. I'm not saying it's valid, whatever your story is that you're telling yourself that is literally preventing you from living the life of your desire, that story is valid. But now you have to ask yourself, okay, now do you want to linger on the story? Because remember, if that story is limiting you in any way, shape or form, you have to let it go. You have to let it go. Otherwise, you are not, and you will not be able to live your new story. Unfortunately, it does not work like that, because you cannot live two stories at the same time. You cannot serve two masters at the same time. You have to choose one. You can't go to two destinations at the same time. You can't. Just picture you going to the airport and telling the customer service agent, yeah, by the way, I want to go to Bali and Paris. They're gonna like, what? You have to choose one. No, I want to go to Bali and Paris. They're like, what? No, you have to choose one. So you're like, oh, you know what? Let me first go to Paris, and then after that, I'll go to Bali. They're like, oh, okay, cool. Now you're talking. So now you have to ask yourself, do you still want to hold on to that story that is no longer serving you? In order for you to actually quantum leap and transform your life and manifest your money goals, you have to let go of the old limiting story that you're telling yourself every day. Now, what are you telling yourself every day? Are you telling yourself, well, I can't afford it. Well, it's too expensive. Well, I mean, I'm still waiting on my result, my desires. I'm hoping, for the best. I don't feel worthy. I think I'm not doing something right. I think I've got some, blocks or limitations, or I think I'm cursed. you know, or, well, I'm not special, I'm not good enough, you know, I don't deserve it. I don't really feel worthy to earn $10,000 at the moment, because I think I first need to do something. I first have to start a business. I first need to get a promotion at work. I first need to move to this country. I first need to get married to this person. And then only I will be able to get or earn or manifest my desire. You see how we condition ourselves. You see how we condition ourselves by saying that, well, I don't deserve my desire yet, or I'm not good enough to have it yet, or I don't feel worthy yet, because I first need to do something. Now, when you tell yourself that story, you are literally conditioning your desire, and you telling your desire, or rather, you telling money, you know what, money, I'm not ready for you yet. I'm not ready for you yet. Just, you know, give me some time. Let me first sort out all these things, and then I'll let you come. And then money is obviously saying, you know what, your wish is my command. But let me tell you something. You can let go of all these conditions. You can let go of this story. You can let go of this BS belief systems right now, as you're watching this video and joining me on this blissful walk. You can let go of this story right now. Now, the question is, are you willing? Are you ready? Do you wanna cross the other side of change? Because on the other side of your old story is your new story. On the other side of your old story is abundance. On your other side of your old story is wealth. On the other side of your old story is success. On the other side of your story is freedom. The question is, are you willing? Do you really want it? Or are you making excuses? Are you holding on to your old story? You know, now your old story is playing like an old record in your brain, and it plays over and over and over and over every day, 24/7, literally over and over and over and over again. Now, your job is to press stop to that old record that no longer serves you, and you have to literally eject it, and you now have to insert and put in a new record. Now, the new record is your new desired story. Now, your new desired story is your financial goal. How much do you want to earn? What is that amount? Clarity is very important. You can't go to Bali and Paris at the same time. You have to choose one. So how much do you want to earn? How much do you want to manifest? Now that you are clear, in how much you want, you now have to accept that you are now the person who is earning that amount. Now, the moment you accept that you are the person who is earning that amount, your old story is going to challenge you, because your brain and your body does not like change. It doesn't like change. Why? Because change is the unknown. It's scary. It's uncharted territory. Your body and your brain has never experienced what it is to earn $10,000, $100,000, $1 million. Never. So that's going to be scary. So your body and your brain is going to challenge you. It's going to tell you that, who do you think you are? You're not worthy. You're not worthy of earning 10,000. Who do you think you are? You're not worthy of earning 100,000. You're not worthy of earning $1 million. Who do you think you are? You don't even deserve it. You're not even good enough. Who do you think you are? Now, unfortunately, most people actually believe the old story. And you know what happened? They go back to the old story and they say, this stuff doesn't work. And they give up. They literally give up. And then they go and they get onto the next YouTube video, the next technique, the next tool, the next method, and the next a new thing that's on the block. And nothing actually seems to work for them. You know why? Because they haven't remained faithful to their new story. They gave up too quick. They have not remained faithful to their new story. They gave up way too quick. And as a result, it just becomes a perpetual cycle where they experience this every day, every week, every month, and for decades, and they don't see no change. Now, in order for you to make a change, you have to accept that you are the person who is now changed. You have to accept that you are the person who now has your desire. You have to accept that you are now the $10,000 man, that you are now the $10,000 woman. You have to accept it right now, and you should not give a fuck about circumstances, conditions, and limitations. Why? Because you've got the greatest, infinite, limitless power within you and around you. So you've got nothing to fear. You've got no excuses to make. Nothing at all. Your job is just to know that it is done and to remain faithful. You have to remain faithful, irrespective what your old story is going to tell you. Because your old story is going to tell you, who the fuck you think you are? Are you kidding me? There's no way. You don't deserve 10,000. You're not even good enough. Go back to your old self. It's much more comfortable. It's nice. It's safe. Why do you want to change? You've been living this way for so many decades. And now all of a sudden, you want to change? No, that's not going to happen. We're not going to allow you to change. It's not going to happen. And that's where you have to say, nope. I know that I am not this story anymore. I am not my thoughts. I am not my feelings. I am a spiritual being having a human experience. And the spirit within me is infinite, like the ocean, endless. And it's limitless, like the ocean. I am that spirit. Therefore, I am worthy as I am. I am good enough as I am. And I deserve $10,000 because I said it. Why? Because I am the main character and whatever I say goes. Yes, I am the prize. Because I am the prize, I am on the pedestal, and all my desires come to me effortlessly because I am the prize. That's correct. You are the prize. That's right. You are the main character. Whatever you say goes. That's right. Whatever you say goes. You've got reference experience. You know, whenever you order strawberry ice cream, they don't give you chocolate, they give you strawberry. Why? Because whatever you say goes. Whenever you order tea, they don't give you coffee. Why? Because you're the main character. Whatever you say goes. So now you have to take your power back. Don't give your power away to the old story. So that's my story for you today. And I believe in you. If you don't believe in yourself, I believe in you. I know you've got this. You did a lot of great things, and this is going to be one of them. So congrats. And if you need any help, just go in the description and you'll get one-on-one help, and you can even buy some, you know, of our meditations that will actually keep you focused on your news story as well. Having said that, keep smiling and enjoy your blissful day. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Thank you, thank you, thank you.